Alright fellas, I've waited long enough. Actually, I got a pile of tools I've got to get through. These guys right here, got them for Christmas. The old father-in-law went on the Amazon wish list there, found these, and said, those look handy. And they do. That's why I put them on the wish list. These are OEM Tools. It is a 12-piece flexible crow's foot socket set. These are all metric, 8 to 19, no skips. I've seen something similar to this from other companies. Now, OEM Tools, they're part of Great Neck. So, I'm almost certain you can get these in a Great Neck version. So, you know, you can also be on the lookout for those. There's going to be a link to these on Amazon in the description. I have seen some that look like these before that were Nico Pro. I don't know if Nico has two different lines or if they've changed their name to Nico Pro now or not. But Nico's set looks almost identical to this, so I'm going to say Nico's a rebrand. Or, who knows, maybe Nico is the original and OEM is the rebrand. I don't know for sure. Made in Taiwan. Nico Pro, and I'll get a picture of these and throw them up. They have wrenches just like these. That's a 4-piece set, I think, so it's only, you know, 8 different sizes, not 12. But they're an offset flex head flare nut. Say it with me. Offset flex head flare nut. Easy. Those I would be interested in getting too. I'd really like to see one of these with a 22mm. Or in the SAE kit, maybe they've got a 7/8. That would be an excellent socket for your oxygen sensors, your O2 sensors. But these are 6-point. I want to say the Nico set I saw, they were 12-point. I have also seen a set that was kind of like the Nico set, where they were flexible, and they looked almost identical to these guys. Except for the fact that they were Vim tools, and they were a 12-point boxed end. So they were not crow's foot. They were a boxed end. It's more like you would have a flexible offset box end wrench that, you know, you would control with. You can do it with a ratchet, but a breaker bar works great. Long extension, you know, something like that. T-handle maybe. Yeah, these are good looking chrome. You see they're 19mm. I really wish they would have stamped these instead of just laser etched. But it is what it is. If you keep them in this case, you know, you can get you one of those paint markers and, you know, write 19 to the side of it. Label them however you want. You know, you make this one green, this one orange, this one red. It's up to you. They're your sockets. Do whatever you want. There is a little band around here that would accept some color. You know, steal your old lady's fingernail polish or whatever. Paint that in and wipe it off, and you got a little coloring in there. Maybe that will be how you want to identify them. I don't know. It's all up to you. I'm not going to look in your toolbox and judge. Do whatever the hell you want. I'm just letting you know that these things are out there. The only other way I've seen these flexible crow's foot, a company called, I want to say it's Tony or Tone. They're Japanese, and instead of this being offset, just straight up. It's not an offset joint. It's straight joint. Yeah, I went ahead and threw the metric ones in the wish list there because I figured I'd get more of a chance to use the metric ones. I mean, although a lot of the brake lines, you know, work on are actually SAE, but, you know, you're getting into hydraulic lines, hydraulic fittings, fuel lines, all that stuff's going metric. So, why not go metric with these? They are pretty stiff. Alright, so I was noticing that these here have Allen screws. The heater kicked on, so I went ahead and shut the camera down. Took this one apart, and as you can see, the spring that's in there is no moss. And where it went, I have no idea. So let's take this one apart, figure out what spring it is so I can run down to Ace Hardware and grab another spring and put in that there socket. So, very, very careful when you pull these out because that spring is shooting somewhere. Aha! There it is. It's just a little coil compression spring. Actually might have something like that up here. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Easy, simple construction there. Little compression spring, keep it stiff. So if you wear yours out, I mean that's a part that can be replaced. And they make it to where you can replace it. All it takes is a wee bit of finagling. So yeah, maybe if these are too loose for you, which, I mean, they're not loose. You can tighten them up, you can loosen them up. You know, maybe you like them floppy. You know, if you do, send me your springs, please. So yeah, all in all, good looking set of wrenches. Not your everyday wrenches. You know, this may be more of a specialty item, or maybe something you didn't know was out there. Now you do know it's out there. You go out there, you grab them, and now they're your everyday crow's foot wrenches. Look at how wide that wrench is there. That's pretty close to a regular old flare nut wrench. Now these are Blackhawk, USA though, so old school good Blackhawk. Those are pretty close. I mean, these are just a wee bit thinner. Them's pretty close to being the same size, thickness wise. These are not offset, tilted at an angle. These wrenches here, notice they're 15-degree angle. These are 0-degree angle. There is no angle of the head. But I don't know, what are your thoughts on something like this? You know, you think this is actually kind of a cool little tool, or do you think it's kind of gimmicky? I don't know. Right now I think she's pretty cool. We'll get into using her though. Craftsman's got me before on something I thought was cool. It turned out to be an absolute gimmick. But again, lifetime warranty, made in Taiwan, 6 puntas, OEM Tools, link in the description. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, love, hate, hardknocksforge@gmail.com. Don't send me any panties, because they never fit. It's times like this make the old lady mad. Why you never throw anything away? Why I always got little trays of shit just laying around everywhere? Well, because that right there is going to be the new spring for this guy. Actually, it's going to be the new spring for this 18mm, because I don't do a lot of work on 18mm stuff. And it's not the exact same size there, but as long as she fits this, and as long as she fits this, we're going to be just fine. Now, one thing you kind of want to remember on these springs, if you're trimming one up, is you can cut it long and still have it work. The first time you cut it short, you gotta start all over again. Oh yeah, 3mm, in case you wonder about stuff like that. Oh yeah, no more flippity flop. That's how we like them.